with number 11. All right, it's the most complicated up to this point, but if you break it into small pieces, it's very doable. So I'm going to start with this rectangle. So I'm going to start with this face here that I can see. So I'm going to draw a big rectangle, small rectangle, and then draw the circular pieces onto it. So create a sketch on the front plane. And so I'm going to start with the rectangle that is 19 by, add all those up, 68. Okay, so 19 tab 68. All right, then I need the small square at the bottom, which is 12 by 24, and it needs to be 22 from the edge. So do another rectangle, make sure I'm touching the bottom of the first rectangle, click, drag, and it's 20 tab 24, return, and that draws the box, but it's not centered. So I'm going to create a sketch dimension. So the left side of the first box, left side of the second one, drag it down, click, type in 22. And when I hit return, you'll see the bottom box move over into the right position. Okay, so now that's in the right spot. I can trim a little bit, trim off the bottom of the squares and open that up. All right, next I'm going to draw this larger circle, radius of 16, so that means a diameter of 30, 60, 32. All right, so create a circle and make sure you're on the top edge and at the center so you can see the X and the little blue triangle. Click, drag it out, type 32, enter. Okay, I'm going to 2-finger pinch and make it expand a little bit so I can see it. Okay, I'm going to trim off the extra, trim off the bottom of the circle, trim off the straight edge, and that opens that up. And then there's that smaller circle I need to draw. It had a diameter of 12, so make sure you're right in the center. Click, drag, type in 12, hit return, and it draws that. So you have this primary sketch drawn. Okay, I'm going to stop the sketch and then I'm going to extrude it this far, 16, because the hole only goes to the back of that. So I'm going to extrude that part 16. So finish sketch. I'm going to make it, click on the house and make it 3D so I can see it. Extrude, and I'm going to extrude it back 16. Hit enter, and I have that first part drawn. Okay, next I'm going to work on this section. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sketch on the right side, that's this shape, and then extrude it to the left side. So I want to create a sketch, and I want to make it start on this right side. So I'm going to click on this flat right side. It'll turn my drawing, and so, all right, so it needs to be from this edge to the top 55 millimeters, and it needs to have this rounded edge of radius 25. Okay, so I'm going to do a 2-point rectangle starting on that bottom corner there. Click and drag. It needs to be 55 tall, and 38 minus 16 is 22. So 22 wide. hit enter, or return, and that draws that. Okay, so if I try and do a fillet on this and type in 25, it doesn't look right. It's too long. So I'm going to undo that, and it pulls the top down too far. So I'm actually going to create a circle, and it needs to be has a radius of 25, so a diameter of 50. All right. Now I want the circle to be tangent to this one. Okay, so I'm going to go tangent, click on the circle, click on this front edge. It makes it tangent. And then I want the top of this edge of the circle to be at this top point so that it goes all the way to there. So let me try. Don't think it'll do tangent. Yeah, tangent there also. And it takes it right to that corner. All right, so finish the sketch. No, don't finish the sketch yet. Trim off the extra. So I'm going to trim off that part. I'm going to trim off the back of the circle, trim off this part of the circle, and I'm left with that curving section as shown. Finish the sketch. Okay. All right, so now I need to extrude that all the way over. All right, so extrude, click on that. Okay, I'm actually pulling it back so you can see it's got a negative sign on it because I'm going from the front or from the right to the left, and it needs to be 68 because that's the dimensions across. 68, add those three together, you get 68. So negative 68, and there's that part. Okay. All right, the only part left is this back section here. From front to back is 95. So from what I've just drawn, I need just this section back. So I'm actually going to turn this around and look at the back side. I want to draw it right there and extend it out. So I'm going to create a sketch on that bottom back side, and I want it to be this exact size. So I'm just going to create a rectangle, place my first corner at the bottom left, drag it up, and put the top corner in the top right, and finish the sketch. All right, then I want to extrude that, pulling it back. All right, and now how far do you pull it back? Well, I'm going to do 95 minus 38. Okay, because it needs to be a total of 95. I started right here at 38, so just subtract those. And it'll do the subtraction for you. It tells me it's 57, so hit OK. All right, now if you look at from the house side, click on the house and rotate it from your isometric view. There's one part that's missing. It's not slanted at the back, so I'm going to click on the right. It's not slanted right there. Now there's no dimensions on that, so we're just going to make a guess. So just make a triangle. So create a sketch on this bottom, and you're going to do 3 different lines. So start here, pull up, click on the corner, okay, click again, pull over, I don't know, make it 5 millimeters, click, and then go from that point down to your first point, click. You need to make sure you have a closed figure. So finish the sketch. I'm going to turn it so I can see it from the isometric. And I need to extrude that off. So extrude, click on that triangle and cut it all the way off. And there we have it. Okay. All right, so, and you're finished. So save that into your folder, and that's widget number 11.